Hello my dear students, I welcome you all to today's English class. Dear students, in the previous class we discussed SGP 1 of A Tiny Warrior. Today we are going to discuss SGP 2. Dear students, as you can see in SGP 1, the main characters are the two sisters, Mitu and Situ. Mitu is reading in class 7th and Situ is in class 5th. Their uncle, Mr. Giri, who is a retired teacher, had visited them. And Mitu is reading English with the help of guidebook. And this thing disturbed Mr. Giri. He thought this kind of learning English is not good for students. So he went near Mitu and asked her to read a paragraph silently. So this far we have discussed in the previous class. Now let's continue with SGP 2. Dear students, first I am going to read the text. All of you listen to it carefully, then we will discuss. A Tiny Warrior, SGP 2. Next, what happened between the uncle and the niece is stated below. Mr. Giri, every paragraph has an idea or a topic. Can you tell me the line where the topic is? What is the paragraph about? Mitu was silent. It is about the shape and size of a cricket ground. Mitu, the first sentence. Mr. Giri, very good. After telling the topic, the writer gives examples, facts to explain the topic. Can you say what example does the writer give? Mitu, Melbourne and Firoza Kotla. Mr. Giri, where is Melbourne cricket ground and where is Firoza Kotla? Mitu, reading the paragraph again. In Australia and Delhi. Mr. Giri, very good. Which ground is bigger in size? Mitu, Melbourne. Mr. Giri, good. This is about the size. What about the shape? Which ground is circular like a circle? Mitu, Chepauk ground. Mr. Giri, where is Chepauk ground? Mitu, in Chennai. Mr. Giri, good. Which ground is oval shaped? Mitu, Adelaide ground. Mr. Giri, where is Adelaide ground? Mitu, in Australia. Next, the uncle asked his niece Mitu to give her notebook, and on her notebook he made a note on the paragraph. Cricket ground different in size and shape. Size, bigger, Melbourne, Australia. Smaller, Firoza, New Delhi. Shape, circular, Chepauk, Chennai. Oval, Adelaide, Australia. Now you can understand the paragraph much better. The meaning book only gives the meaning in Odia. It is not useful in learning English properly, said Mr. Giri. So students, Now let's discuss the SGP2 in some detail. Next, what happened between the uncle and the niece is stated below. So here the uncle Mr. Giri and the niece is Mitu, and the dialogue between them and the discussion between them is given below. Mr. Giri, every paragraph has an idea or a topic. Can you tell me the line where the topic is? What is the paragraph about? So, Uncle Mr. Giri said, every paragraph has a sentence which contains the main idea. It is called topic or the topic sentence. Then he asked Mitu if she could tell the line where the topic or the topic sentence was. He also asked what the paragraph was about. Mitu was silent. Mitu remained silent. Then Mr. Giri answered, it is about the shape and size of a cricket ground. Mitu, the first sentence. Now Mitu understood. As look at this paragraph they were discussing about, and the first sentence contains the topic or topic sentence, and that's why it is called the topic sentence. Mr. Giri, very good. After telling the topic, the writer gives examples or facts to explain the topic. Uncle Mr. Giri said, after the topic was given, the writer gives examples, some examples or facts or truth to explain the topic. Can you say what example does the writer give? He asked if she could tell what example was given by the writer. Mitu, Melbourne and Firoz Shah Kotla. As you can see, this is Melbourne cricket ground and this is Firoz Shah Kotla cricket ground. Mitu answered that Melbourne and Firoz Shah Kotla were the two examples given, which was given by the writer. Mr. Giri, where is Melbourne cricket ground and where is Firoz Shah Kotla? So Uncle Mr. Giri asked Mitu about Melbourne cricket ground and Firoz Shah Kotla. Mitu, reading the paragraph again, in Australia and Delhi. So Mitu read the paragraph again and answered that Melbourne was in Australia and Firoz Shah Kotla ground was in Delhi. Then Mr. Giri, very good. Which ground is bigger in size? Then he asked which ground was bigger in size. Mitu, Melbourne. Mitu answered that Melbourne cricket ground was bigger in size. Mr. Giri, good. This is about the size. What about the shape? Which ground is circular, like a circle? So Mr. Giri asked that in shape which ground is circular? or like a circle. Circular means which is like a circle. Okay. Mitu, Chepak ground. Mitu answered that Chepak ground is circular or it is like a circle. Mr. Giri, where is Chepak ground? Mr. Giri asked about Chepak ground and Mitu answered in Chennai. Chepak ground is situated in Chennai. Mr. Giri, good. Which ground is oval shaped? Mitu, Adelaide ground. Next, Mr. Giri asked that which ground was oval shaped. Oval shaped means shaped like an egg or egg shaped. Okay. Then Mitu answered Adelaide cricket ground. Mr. Giri, where is Adelaide ground? Mitu, in Australia. Then Uncle Giri asked about Adelaide ground and Mitu said that it was in Australia. Next, the uncle asked his niece Mitu to give her notebook, and on her notebook he made a note on the paragraph. Then Uncle Mr. Giri asked Mitu to give her notebook, and on her notebook he means Uncle Giri made a note about the paragraph. As you can see, this note was made by Uncle Giri. Cricket ground. The heading was given cricket ground, different in size and shape. Now it is divided into two parts, size and shape. Again, size is divided into two parts, bigger, smaller. Bigger one is Melbourne, Australia. Smaller one is Firoza, New Delhi. Similarly, two types of shapes were given in the paragraph. One is circular, one is oval. Which one was circular? Yes, Chepak, Chennai. Which one was oval? It was Adelaide, Australia. So in this way, Uncle Giri made a note which is very helpful for reading purpose. Now you can understand the paragraph much better. The meaning book only gives the meaning in Odia. It is not useful in learning English properly, said Mr. Giri. So at last, Uncle Mr. Giri said that by using the notes, if students study, then they could understand the paragraph much better. The meaning book which Mitu used, it gave only meaning in Odia. It is not useful. The meaning books were not useful in learning English properly. Mr. Giri said that using guidebooks or meaning books are not useful for learning English properly. You have to read the text and you may take help of your teacher. You also, students, try to practice this. Don't take help of a meaning book or guidebook. Try to read it and try to comprehend it. And if you have any problem, then you can ask your teacher. So students, we discussed SGP2. Now let's discuss the comprehension questions. We have the text given here. Now we are going to read the questions and let's try to answer them. Question number 1. Who played the role of teacher in this paragraph? Okay, so yes, can you tell me? Yes, we all know it is Mr. Giri, isn't it? So Mr. Giri played the role of a teacher in this paragraph. Question number 2. Who played the role of the student in this paragraph? Can you tell me? Yes, it is Mitu, isn't it? Yes. So Mitu played the role of the student. Question number 3. How is one paragraph of a text different from another paragraph? Okay, so as we know, each paragraph has a sentence which contains the main idea. Okay, so one paragraph has a sentence which contains the main idea. So different paragraphs have different main ideas. In this way, one paragraph of a text is different from the other one. Question number 4. What does a writer do after giving the topic of the paragraph? Okay, so let's look at the text. Mr. Giri said, after telling the topic, the writer gives examples or facts to explain the topic. So, after telling the topic, a writer gives examples or facts to explain the topic. Okay, next question. Question number 5. When Mitu answered the questions, did she keep her textbook open or closed? Do you know if she kept her book open or closed? How can you know? Yes, look here. Reading the paragraph again. So that means she kept her textbook open. She kept her textbook open. Okay, she didn't close the textbook, she kept it open. Next question, question number 6. Was she able to answer most of the questions? As we discussed, she answered most of the questions. So, yes, she was able to answer most of the questions. Okay. Next question, question number 7. Is her uncle a good teacher? How do you know? Okay, so is Mr. Giri a good teacher? Yes, we know. Why? Because he helped me to learn English on her own, isn't it? Without taking help of a guidebook. So, is her uncle a good teacher? Yes, Mr. Giri is a good teacher. How do you know? He helped me to learn English on her own. Okay. Next question. Do you like the notes that her uncle made on the paragraph? Okay. So the question is, if the notes are important, yes. So we will say yes. The notes are really helpful. Okay. Next question. Will the note help me to remember the paragraph? Yes. Again. Yes. The notes will help me to. Okay. Next question. Question number 10. Why is meaning book not useful according to Mr. Giri? So, in the text also we discussed that meaning book only gives the meaning in Odia. So, meaning book is not useful because it gives the meaning in Odia. Next question, question number 11. What did her uncle say about meaning book? Okay, so what did Mr. Giri say? Mr. Giri said it is not useful in learning English properly. So her uncle said that it is not useful in learning English properly. So what we have learned today? Reading the text. We read the text of SGP 2. Reading the text with comprehension. Then we comprehended the text with some detail. Answered the comprehension questions. Then we answered the comprehension questions. So students, this is all for today's class. Thank you. Bye bye.